so many couples have these arguments because essentially there's a gap in communication.
Yeah.
And the gap in communication is verbal communication because there is no gap in nonverbal communication.
Right.
You can absolutely tell when your spouse is lying to you. Their body language shows it. You are still like this now. I can still tell
I'm not a good liar.
when you're not there. Like when I'm talking to you, but you're somewhere else, I can see it. I can see it in your body language.
Yeah.
When I ask if something is okay and it's not, I can still see it in your body language.
Yeah.
Even when I send you a text message,
Yeah.
right? I can send you a text message and I can say, how do you feel about this idea? And if the answer I get back is something like, sure. That's actually body language because I know that you just pressed the automatic answer that pops up at the bottom of your operating system that says, yes, no, sure, okay. And I can tell you just press that button.
I type in sure.
Even worse.
I know, because sure is the definite like anger, like S-U-R-E.
But we're not alone in this. We're not alone in this. There are so many dating couples, married couples, engaged couples, couples with children, second marriages,
Yeah.
right? Second time dating before a second marriage. And the truth is, it's very difficult to hide your nonverbal communication. And even the people who think that they're good at it usually are not good at it because they're finding false confidence in their bad nonverbal communication. The reason so many communication gaps exist isn't because people are good at hiding what they mean. It's because people are not looking at body language. People are not looking to see, is there extra rigidity in your partner's back? They're not looking for signs that they're closed off. They're not looking for signs that they feel threatened.
Yeah.
Right? And what did CIA teach us? CIA taught us a very basic rubric for nonverbal communication, right? Closed. If the arms cross the body in any way, right? High, low, any way at all, right?
Yeah.
That's a closed position. They are not receptive to you. If someone's grabbing their face or their throat in any way, that's not interest, that's threat, right? Because this is like the part of your body that's the most vulnerable. So they're protecting those vulnerable parts of their body. So if you see actions, if you see behaviors like that, straight rigidity, right? A straight, rigid back doesn't mean that they have fantastic posture. It means that they're on the edge of their decision making about fight or flight, right? That's why you see proper posture. So when you see your partner holding themselves in these positions, it's a clear sign that they are communicating to you non-verbally, no matter what they say, no matter what comes out of their mouth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But I think it's important the first thing you said was, the verbal communication is lacking. So even if you learn how to read the body language, you have to go the step further verbally.
Yes.
Because you can tell by my body language if I'm upset, but you can't always guess without the verbal communication why I'm upset.
Or how upset.
Exactly.
That's
so,
true.
you can tell, you can come into the kitchen and immediately know that I'm upset about something. But you don't know if I'm upset at you, if I'm upset at our 6-year-old.
Yeah, it's true.
If I'm just upset because, I was watching a TV show that was very emotional. One of those tearjerker commercials.
Tearjerker commercials. Isn't it embarrassing when you get so old that commercials affect your emotions? Oh my God.
You can relate to so much more when you're older.
And it's always, they make me cry. That's what they do. It's these commercials of like happy parents and young children. And then in the next scene, the young child's like a teenager.
Yes.
And then they're a grown up and you're like, I want to buy Downy fabric softener. It's horrible.
Yeah.
But you're exactly right. I mean, picking up on the nonverbal is really just the entry point for you to then introduce verbal communication. And that's not easy either, especially not in relationships where one adult, one partner is a communicator and the other partner is not. But I think what I'm getting at is just everybody would move the dial in the right direction if we just turned on our awareness of nonverbal communication. Yeah. Closed positions, threatened positions, and then of course the opposite, right? Open positions.
Yeah.
When someone's opening up their chest, their center of energy, right? Heart, lungs, it all rests here. When somebody opens up that center of energy, they're really receptive to what you have to say.
Yeah.
When someone leans in, right? That means that they're trying to close a distance. They're seeking that connection. So when you have that kind of behavior, You know, when they nod their head, like you're nodding your head right now,
Yeah.
you know that there is a connection being built. You know that what's coming across is genuine. It's very hard for someone to intentionally fabricate when they are showing nonverbal cues like an open chest, head nods, and leaning in. It's just hard for people to lie that way. It doesn't work in the cognitive brain.
Right. Yeah.
Without a lot of training.
Exactly. You'd have to actually be intentionally putting on the act.
Yeah.
Yeah, naturally, it's hard to fake.
If you like this short clip, make sure you click here to see the next clip or here to see the full podcast episode.
Freedom! So fresh, so new.